Hi, my name's Drew Norman. I own a company in Phoenix, Arizona called the Jeep Farm. We specialize in 1986 and older CJs, Wagoneers, obviously Willys, and we do the Grand Wagoneer until 1991. I also own a company called the Paint Farm where we do all our own paint and body work as well as other cars. What I'm standing next to you is a Jeep we are super proud of. So this Jeep is Tammy Cannon's, Cannon powered. Tammy's granddad bought this Jeep new in Colorado in 1954. So Tammy was born a couple of years later, and the Jeep was really rough when she brought it to us. I mean, old farm Jeep, hobbled together, welded together, kept working off of hopes and dreams. A lot of what I do at the Jeep Farm, I would say maybe 30% of our business is family heirlooms. We do a lot of Jeeps that were dad's Jeeps, grandpa's Jeep. And to me, that's super cool because I still have the Jeep that my dad bought new when I was 6 years old. And to me, these things are part of family. They're part of the life. And I love seeing them come in, brought back to life to where future generations can continue to enjoy the Jeep. And that's kind of what Tammy wanted. She wanted her grandchildren to grow up in the Jeep the same way she did. So like I said, her granddad bought this Jeep new. Her dad had it. It was the first vehicle she ever drove. They used to go hunting in it, fishing in it. In Colorado blizzards, the granddad and the dad, this was how the whole family got around, was in this Jeep. Was able to go to the store, the market. You know, it's just a part of their life. And she sent it to us a couple years ago. She has had the Jeep back and been able to enjoy it for a couple of years, and recently brought the Jeep back to us for some upkeep. And I took advantage of the Jeep being here to do a video and to show you guys what we're able to do. So this Jeep was actually in really good shape. It did require some rust repairs, they all do, and some straightening. This Jeep is Julip green. As you can see on the hood, we hired Tony Perez to duplicate the same stuff her grandfather had painted on the hood. Tony's is a little nicer than the granddad's, but we did take pictures of it and give it to him so he could duplicate it. Full paint, body off. It's got color match bed liner in the wheel wells, color match bed liner in the floors, underneath. We repainted the top that her granddad had it put on. What we didn't realize is when we took the top apart, her granddad had, I mean, again, farm Jeep, fabricated all of this out of 2x4. To hand make all this out of metal because the wood had deteriorated, and I can't do a restoration and hold these steel doors on with 2x4s like the granddad did. So we built all that, painted the top back to the white, painted the wheels to match. We did Willys wagon or Jeepsters that had the planar suspension hubcaps on them. We used the tabs from the Jeepsters and the two-wheel drives in order to do the hubcaps, and then painted the Burgundy W to a color match green and white, which I think turned out really good. Just a really clean, good looking, neat Jeep. So as you'll see, the engine bay got a complete detail. Most of everything is new in here other than the actual block itself. It ran good. I don't think this Jeep's got 30,000 original miles on it. Spent his whole life on a farm and the occasional drive into town. So we kept the block as it is and painted it, redid the gaskets. We did rebuild the transmission transfer case. Both front and rear axles were rebuilt. We did a disc brake kit on the front to help it stop better. And you'll just see the attention to detail that we like here at the Jeep Farm, and it just turned out to be a really clean little Jeep. So the inside, with the keep it simple, stupid idea, keep Jeep a Jeep, we pretty much just took it back to original. You can see the reproduction gauges. The speedometer is original, so it does have the original mileage on it. The 12-volt conversion volt gauge, that little switch panel is for the period correct aftermarket heater. We also put a USB charger for cell phones. The material, if you're wondering, is actually sunbrella. So this is furniture material, patio furniture material. She wanted something not just white and not just boring. So we sent her some swatches. She picked this one. I think it is super neat with the green piping. And then we also did the door panels. This door you'll see, because of the filler neck, just kind of has a cutout in it. And this is the way the top came. Wasn't upholstered down here, but we did upholster it. But you can see the filler neck just kind of goes into that pocket. We rebuilt all the tracks, the mechanism that rolls the window up and down, all the felts, so that it largely is rattle free. I mean, it's an old Jeep and an old top, so it does rattle, but turned out really neat. So there's not a whole lot to talk about back here. Very simple. You can see the plugs that we used in the factory. You know, there were holes in the top. It does have a reproduction tailgate on it. It was so mangled, we did use a reproduction tailgate. And then you can see the hitch is kind of bent down a little bit, but that is where that huge PTO was, and the granddad, instead of having the ball here, had the ball over there, so we just kind of stuck with it. That's what he wanted, that's what we left. Other than that, you can see the color match bed liner, just a neat, clean little Jeep. So wrapping up the video on this little Jeep, as you can imagine or see, it's largely stock. You know, we did upgraded material. There is an upgraded wiring harness with a modern fuse box, a little 6-pin or 6 micro fuse box. So we do have the modern wiring harness. The disc brake conversion, this Jeep was going up in the mountains to live, and I often suggest disc brakes, especially with snow, because they don't pack with snow like drums do. And it just helps. Modern cars stop so fast, it actually gives you hopefully a chance to stop. I mean, at your whopping 52 miles an hour you're doing in these things. And then the added hubcaps, and that was a suggestion she made, and I thought really looked good on the Jeep. So once again, thanks for watching our video. Like, subscribe, go to the Jeep Farm website, and give us a thumbs up. It'd be much appreciated. Thanks again for watching, and we appreciate it.